Well, hello again. Hopefully I'm in frame well enough. So, I posted various videos that are fast forwards or time lapses of work that I've done. But I actually wanted to take a couple of minutes and kind of walk you through what it is I'm actually doing. So, once again, it's me, Jesse Noller. I own and run Killing Joke Mushrooms, which is a mushroom farm based in Colorado. You can find us on the web at killingjokemushrooms.com. There you can find fresh mushrooms or mushroom grow kits or spawn like I'm making today. So, with that all said, let's get started. So, I've already sterilized pretty much everything in here a couple of times, and this is a giant sterile space in here. This is a vertical flow hood. Anything inside of this area is free from air-based contamination. Now, I've said this in past videos, but I just wanted to recap. Contamination, when mycologists say contamination, they basically mean any organism, not this mycelium, right? So that organism could be another competing mycelium, another competing fungus. It could be mold. It could be penicillin, which is mold. It could be any number of things. And so basically your entire goal with everything that you see me do, my goal is to prevent contamination, which is foreign bodies jumping in and having a party. So, that all said, everything here is sterile. The dust that you see is actually underneath the plexiglass that is on top of the work surface. These are what's known as grain jars or spawn jars. The ryeberry in here, there's ryeberry and vermiculite, and it's been soaked in water to hit field capacity, which is effectively the capacity the amount of water a field can hold in maximum volume. In other words, you can pick up the soil in a field, squeeze out, squeeze a little bit, water will come out. So this ryeberry is now at field capacity, which means it's very moist. The vermiculite is in there to help with moisture control. There's a little breathing port here, and it's been pressure cooked for 90 minutes to completely sterilize it. This gives a nice sterile environment to the mycelium over here. Now, I've got a bunch of different mycelium I'm going to work with today, but suffice it to say, I'm just going to go with the one that's here on top and walk you through sort of the process. So I've got these jars, and I've got an agar plate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mycelium, and I can pull it out of here. You can see this is a turkey tail I did last month on the 9th. It's nice, it's white, it's fluffy, looks nice and healthy. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sterilize it again. And yes, I have a spray bottle full of isopropyl alcohol. And then I'm going to sterilize this milky mushroom. I'm going to sterilize this lion's mane. I'm going to sterilize that king oyster, which I don't think I have enough jars for all of these, but we'll see. I think I have to make another batch. Yep. Shoot. Well, there went my day. Boom. Right, we're going to sterilize these again. These have already been cleaned, they've already been sterilized, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Oh, and that's why we do things like this. Okay, good. I'll have to replace that patch next round. Let us be good. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this protective film off of this turkey tail dish. Protective film keeps foreign bodies out, keeps mycelium in. Mycelium overrunning, so this white stuff escaping, see that? It's trying to escape and find more food. And, if you haven't heard me say it before, fungi have been shown to solve puzzles. And so if they have puzzle solving ability, and they consistently radiate out in 360 degree, curve for food consistently, so they always go out, in a perfect circle, radiating out for food. And because of that, and because they've got problem-solving ability, they can adjust their this entire fungus right here, can adjust and say, oh look, I found food through this hole, this tiny little itty-bitty little breathing hole, or a gap in the film or something. And it will find that hole, and it will go through that hole. That's why we do these things. All right. What have I got here? It's a sterile razor blade. Sometimes these like just sliding on, other times they like to give me a problem. Come on. Alright, fine. It's on. Alright. Now, this has been cleaned, this is freshly sterile, but we're still going to use the power of flame, which I am now out of butane. Well, that's no fun at all. Time to pull up the backup. Never have too much butane. I'm going to get this nice and hot. See how hot? It's red hot. This will burn you. Alright, now it's been sterilized, it's been flamed. Now I'm going to soak it in alcohol to cool it off. Hot. Still hot. There we go. Now I've got these. I'm going to take the lid off. Now the airflow is straight down. I'm going to take the lid off. Make sure that the plastic bumper didn't come off. Set that right there. Don't turn your lids upside down. Always leave them facing up and down. The right side up. Alright, that's done. Now, cut. Cut. Drop. 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 Done. Well, not quite done. Now we throw this in the rubbish so we don't get any cross-contamination. Pull this off. Our marker right down. Turkey tail, and that's going to be 9 to 20. 9 to... So let me back up and walk you through what I just did. So I had a fully colonized agar dish, and I sliced it up in a completely sterile environment, obviously forgetting, well, anyways, in a completely sterile environment, and these jars have been sterilized. I took the fully colonized agar, dropped it in here, sealed it back up. These breathing ports will allow the mycelium to breathe as it consumes all of these rye berries. Now there's a little bit of gypsum in these too to help with colonization times. So everything inside of the jar is currently, usually I use corn, rye berries work great too. They're smaller, so you get a lot more colonization in terms of surface area. Side tangent. Anyways, so that's an agar transfer. Now, over time, what will happen is that this white mycelium will actually jump off that agar and just consume everything in here. This will turn shock white, at which point I will put it into a grow bag, which I posted a video about the other day. And those spawn bags, then you get happy mushrooms. Anyways, hope that helps explain it. I'm going to go and finish up the rest of these because I've actually been doing this for way too many hours today already. Good one. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, Jesse Noller with KillingJokeMushrooms.com. Have a nice one.